So, as you all know, my garden has a lot of weeds. Today, and I also started another video of starting to weed it. But today is basically the continuation and how I'm gonna finish off. This is bad. Mushrooms. Bad mushrooms. When you do weeding, you always gotta be careful what you weed. Sometimes you, like this, I've done this before. I've sometimes weeded my own plants out. Funny. You gotta watch what you weed. And another thing about weeding is that if your plants, like this one, has a bad leaf, this is Shasta Daisy, if it has a bad leaf, you gotta rip it out too. You gotta give infection, if it has an infection, to the other leaves, and eventually your plant will die. And also, strawberries. Really be careful about strawberries. Same thing about strawberries. Leaves. Rip out any dry leaves you see. If I find one, I'll show you. Dry leaves, ones that are dying out, any kind of those leaves, like weird looking leaves. Another one. Another one. Another one. Sometimes, if you like live around in Washington and all that stuff, and those kind of states that have blackberry bushes, you gotta watch out for blackberry bushes. Today, just a few seconds ago, I found a blackberry bush. I didn't know it was a blackberry bush. Got myself. You gotta really be careful with when you're weeding your garden in Washington. You can find, like, if you abandoned your garden for like months and you like haven't weeded it, that's what happened with me. You gotta watch what you weed. Most of this time I forgot some of these plants, like what they're even called. And you gotta watch, make sure you don't get cut, watch out what kind of plants you weed, and all those kind of stuff. Facts. You sometimes even gotta watch what kind of insects you got in your garden. Like, I personally never use chemicals to kill insects. It like chemicalizes your it kills your nutrients in your plants. And I have strawberries growing here. If I had flowers growing, I would happily do it, happily. But since I have strawberries growing here, and I eat those strawberries eventually, I don't do it. I just don't. So you gotta watch. Well, I'm not giving you a command not to do this. Not to put chemicals. Put chemicals if you feel like it. But it kills some nutrients. Just giving you that heads up. sometimes you'll find these kind of plants. They're called herbs. Some herbs are harmful, others are not. But I wouldn't recommend eating any kind of herbs if you don't know anything about herbs. You don't know what kind or poisoned or not. So I wouldn't recommend eating herbs from your garden. If you pull it out, I pull it out. I call them weeds, just because I pull them out as weeds, and they come because I don't want them to come when I don't want them to come. But if you want herbs, you can just go buy some herbs at the store, get some seeds, or maybe go to like Raintree Nursery online or in all those websites. They sell herb seeds. So yeah. All this over here in my garden, when I first came into gardening, it's actually through my dad. He's a gardener. Excuse me. Excuse me, my bad. My dad, he got me into gardening because he himself is a gardener. He has a whole garden over there behind you guys. He gets catalogs a lot for gardening. I was just skimming through the catalogs. And I eventually just wanted to buy some of those plants. I bought them. It all cost $30. All this cost $30. And that's how I basically started getting into gardening. See if you can find like dry stuff on your trees. You gotta like take it off, all that stuff. But if you know you're not gonna remember your tree names or plant names, I would recommend like for this one, pussy willow. For this tree, it's a pussy willow. I would not remember that. I cannot remember that. So you gotta like remember those names or leave the name tags on them, or make a name tag if there is none. I live here in Washington. You guys, probably most of you guys know me. But I live in Washington. I don't live in like England or something. And all that stuff. Yeah, let's get back. Okay. So, you see these? If you find these in your garden, you gotta take them out like right away. They will spread. They will kill your plants. You gotta get them out as fast as possible. They will like take over the land, basically, in a way. Also, if you live like on a big property, like I do, I live in an acre lot, and you like mow the lawn around you, do like if your parents let or something, or if you're a parent, I would recommend doing mulch. If you guys know what that is, it's not putting the bag on the mower, but just leaving the thing open, like leaving it open, so the grass just gets out. It's called mulch. It keeps the ground moist, and don't put too much of it on your garden soil, because it's all gonna dry up eventually, and you're gonna have a hard time cleaning it. But one sec, sorry. Excuse me. But if the mulch, it keeps, like, especially during the summers, I do a bunch of mulch. I do mulch. I put it around all my garden. It keeps the summers here in Washington, they get really hot. If you do mulch here, it's gonna help your garden a lot. It's gonna keep the ground moist and keep it going. Keep the plants growing. It's gonna keep the sun from evaporating all the water. Sorry. all the water possible from the soil. Don't. No, what? I'll beat you with it. Yeah, so I would just recommend doing mulch. Yeah, and if you want to see more videos about gardening and all that and weeding, you can leave a like or a comment what to do. Sorry, that's my brother. He's just annoying me. Leave a like or a comment about what to do and what to do outdoors. That would be really great of you guys. So long, and see you next time I make a video, which is later this week. Bye.